I'm Dynamite. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hill Project. We are back with
Screen.
we are back with what? Oh, with screen. Yes, with screen. We aren't. I'm not screen sharing, but that's fine. The boys can find that whilst I'm talking. We're back
We
with
can
ranking the
guess.
wrestlers. We are on T.
Probably.
Instagram hates us. Uh, maybe because of the unprofessionalism. It could well be that. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Probably.
Pretty much guarantee it.
There it is. You guarantee it? No, it's not. It's because they just straight up hate us because
We're like the Dave Meltzers of Instagram.
they don't like an opinion. It's our opinion, and they've not gone into their little brains and gone, "Oh wait, there might be a bit more than this less than a minute thing real."
In
there,
all fairness,
there
there's
might be
not.
a reason, because the people that are on this list would have been put in for a reason of some sort, and it's not based on ranking each other. This is the thing that people keep looking at and going,
How can you
"Oh,
compare
how
him
can you
to
put him
him?
above him?" We're not ranking them against each other. We're ranking them on their own bloody merit. So it's a bit frustrating. But we are sat on T. Too far. Tajiri and Tatanka is having a little look up at Alberto Del Rio this week. Also, why is my mouse not showing on the screen? That's fine. Oh, there it is. There you go. No, on the recording it wasn't, which was very strange. But we are starting with Tajiri. Tazanka's having a look at Del Rio, and Del Rio is matching the reason as to why he's in the bin, I suppose, with that face. Tajiri.
I like Tajiri.
I love Tajiri. Looking old now, though. I mean, he is
Still
old.
wrestling, yeah.
He is old.
New Japan.
He's looking a bit worse for wear now.
Was he?
He's getting a bit.
Was he? What was he? What was he? What was he? Honestly, what was he? Was he?
He's definitely not moved on. He was better than that. He's mid card, solid
Yeah,
mid card.
I think I think it's him and I think if we put Snitsky in, I think Tajiri being in is probably about right in mid card.
I'd probably put him higher than that, but okay.
Well, we're gonna have a shuffle in 2 weeks' time anyway.
Yeah.
A complete shuffle, and we'll have a whole new category, and then there'll be these fancy graphics that come up, and then people can stop crying, and then
Or not.
I don't care if they don't. To be honest with you, mate, that's just the way of the world. Tatanka.
So for me, my memories of Tatanka was him just randomly turning up on SmackDown all the time after he'd retired, basically.
He went.
And not doing anything interesting.
He was a low mid card, but he had a massive unbeaten streak for ages as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was never a fan.
He was part of the $1 billion team, whatever he had. DBRC had at one point.
Yeah.
A little faction there. Never lost many. Never a title holder, I don't think, either. It was just a bit of a mid card.
He came back for one Rumble as well, relatively recently, didn't he?
He did loads of weird.
Within the
last
8 years or so.
Recently. Yeah.
I think it's just because he can
was
go
like
still.
2
They
years
kind of
ago.
got him back.
Was it really about 2 years ago? Bloody hell. That's mental, isn't it? What? We got Taz. Hookstad.
He wasn't a superstar. He was another mid carder for me.
No.
I knew that. I knew that would trigger Link. As soon as you started riling that one up, I was like, he's not a superstar. And I'm like, Pete's not going legendary. And I knew that would rile Link up. If you'd said legend, Link would have gone, yeah, all right. I got that. It's a bit generous, but I could live with it.
Yeah, he's definitely not a mid carder, mate. I'd put him around Dean Malenko, that sort of area. Like, human suplex machine, man.
I
It
can
was
live
just
with it.
very boring, weren't he, after a while?
What?
He literally had a few really good moves, suplexes, and then just that's all he did.
Believe me, sir, I believe you're doing what they call engagement fishing and looking for comments on the Instagram. Hello, Instagram. Pete,
I
you
agree
actually.
with Instagram. Pete's an idiot.
He's a superstar. He's
100%
not,
the superstar.
yeah, he's no, in all fairness, he's nowhere near legend, but he's
If
also
I
nowhere
let
near
you.
mid card for me.
Deet, deet, deet,
Ooh,
deet,
father and son.
deet, deet, deet,
Ted
deet.
DiBiase.
He was I wouldn't even say he's another. He wouldn't say he's superstar either.
I'd put him quite high mid card
Yeah,
personally.
it's just a mid card.
Probably Santino area. Up to.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
It
he was
just-
one of them. He's another one of these ones that he's not superstar. He's not legend, but he's one of those ones that you could call iconic.
I tell you what it was.
He had some
know what I
massive
mean?
moments. In all
Yeah,
fairness.
he weren't
That's
even
what
a
I'm
great
saying.
wrestler.
He's iconic.
He wasn't even a great wrestler, but he had a really, really good gimmick for the time.
Yeah, he did.
Even millions on a belt. It's still dotting around. Pops up every now and again when they want to. What about his boy?
So he's on his way to prison, isn't he?
Yeah, this is. I don't think he's quite been, but we'll move on. I don't know what's going. He's got himself.
Yeah, I'll leave him and move on. Stole money from a charity, so
Test. Now, is it April 1st? Is he dead?
not April 1st. He is still dead.
Oh. What is he though?
Do you know what? Honestly,
Is he a superstar?
I'd say inconsistent.
I think
sometimes he
I
had-
can live with that actually. You know.
Sometimes he had potential to be a. He was looked like
Oh,
he was
he
gonna
had
be
he had
so
main event
big.
all
Yeah.
over him, and
Yeah,
just never lived up to it.
Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. I was literally saying superstar based off of probably how good he should have been. Oh, the boogeyman.
Low mid card.
Oh,
he was a mid card. His gimmick. It was his gimmick.
he was
again.
great though, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved
it was
him.
the gimmick.
He was there for what he was there for. Like,
I
it
loved
was,
him.
It was fine, but it wasn't. He was never going to be in the top of the card, was it? It was
No.
just.
Oh, the dude actually freaked me out for a little bit. I was like, oh god. The Brian Kendrick. That's why he's in here because of the.
Former WWE champion for all of 13 seconds.
Uh,
I don't even think he's inconsistent. You know.
he was a.
I don't think he's mid card.
I don't think he's moved on. I think
No.
he was an incredible wrestler when he was.
I think he was low mid
him
card
and,
for
him and
what
Paul
he done in the
London
company.
together were very, very good as a tag team as well.
Who said move on?
Paul London is.
Brian Kendrick was the better of the two. So
Yeah.
He was cruiserweight champion.
I would have had him low mid card if anything.
yeah, do you know what? We're going bottom of mid card again. It's
Go on then. I would have put him in. I don't know. Probably move on to be honest. He was all right, but he never ever grasped me. Like I never cared for. Sheiky baby
Who's the man with the plan?
was the man with the
Um,
plan. That's the only good thing he had to get about him at one point.
I can't say things that were in Cheeky Baby's repertoire because YouTube.
But Sheiky Baby
He
did
will
win,
make people humble.
and he did make one of the best gimmick. He won the gimmick battle royal
He did.
Because he wouldn't take a bump,
Just
yeah.
because
No,
he
for that
wouldn't.
reason alone, low superstar.
Low
He
superstar.
wouldn't take the bump, so he won it.
Again, Sheiky, Scotty Too Hotty, Sergeant Slaughter. They're all those ones that I'm like, they could just be in that category of iconic.
To be fair, it's quite good we'd stuck.
They're
him
not
with Slaughter
quite- they're
because
like-
that's where he should be.
They're not quite legends, and I get why Instagram gets so upset about some of those ones, but they're not. They're iconic. I think that's a whole
Yeah.
different category. It should be a whole different category when we do
Yeah,
it
we need a
properly.
category for people that are just too old and we don't know who they are.
However, The
'Cause we
Rock.
know this person.
The Rock is the
Yes.
second best on this list. No,
More fishing.
yeah, he's up. Again, I spoke about this the other week. It doesn't really matter where we put the top sort of. We're gonna have like 12
Top six.
12
yeah,
at the top,
easy.
and people
Top
there'll
10's
be
gonna be-
someone out there that'll go, he should be the number one, and I'm like, that's fair. That's your opinion. I don't really.
Yeah.
Rock was great. Rock is great, but these top guys all have their own something about them in their own merit.
Yeah.
But he's a legend. He's a legend either way. Sandman.
Sandman. I would have a
apparently,
superstar.
fun fact about the Sandman, only apparently ever appeared in one WWE game,
Yeah. 2008.
which is mental. One. What was he?
Low mid card.
Low mid card.
just for his music.
I
He was an
He's-
entrance. That's all
Yeah.
he ever was an entrance. He couldn't
And he was
wrestle,
just
tough.
absolute nuts.
I was surprised to hear the fact that he was only ever appeared in one game.
I'm surprised he was in a game.
You reckon? Really?
To be honest.
He was an entrance, mate. He did nothing else.
Right, here we go. Here's that category again, Link.
Yeah.
Peter Santana. Pete.
He was low mid card. El Matador had a decent run with the tag teams with Rick Martel.
Right, and you do realise what's going to happen. You're going to have the 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-olds on Instagram moaning at you for the fact of, oh, you can't put them there. You don't know nothing about them. You weren't alive either. Shut up.
Yeah, Tito Santana was just he was another one that put people over.
He was a jobber,
Yeah,
basically.
Another one that we could put in the iconic moment. He's an iconic moment anyway. Titus O'Neil.
He's only one ever moment. Move on.
Yeah.
He's move on. What a great person though. I like Titus.
I'm sure he's great.
TJP.
Mr. Whatever it was called.
TJP is move on.
He's not.
Based no,
I-
no, hear me out. Yes, he is. Based on being TJ Perkins in WWE. Yes, he is.
Yeah, but he's not TJ Perkins.
This is the problem. Some of them
Yeah.
we've gone everywhere.
Yeah.
But some of them we've gone WWE, and it's like it's up to you.
TJP.
I'm good to put TJP up to mid card.
I'd put him low mid card.
Yeah, low mid card.
Or even inconsistent.
Oh yeah, inconsistent is probably actually a good one because there's something about him. There's something about him that is right, and there's also something
You
about
know,
him that's very wrong.
His run in TNA was
Yeah.
amazing when he played Malik and the other character that I can't say on YouTube. And then obviously he went up to and now he's in New Japan. He's doing really well there too.
I was like, oh yeah, that character with you.
Yeah, the computer game character whose name I can't say on YouTube.
Yeah, it wasn't the smartest name for a
No, it was a
It
dull
wasn't.
character name.
Mr. Dreamer. Is he?
I
Is he
find it
superstar?
hard.
Superstar
might
with
be,
he was
which
superstar
is
within
weird.
ECW.
He is, and look, we've said that about some other ECWs on there. He's definitely got to be up with some of the biggest names on
I
there.
don't think we got Dom in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
If Sabu's in Superstar, Tommy Dreamer's got to be there.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
Despite what he wanted to do. Tommaso Ciampa. Good mid carder at the minute.
Yeah, he's solid mid card.
Round with Murphy and Ivar and all that lot.
Yeah,
That seems
I
about
mean,
right.
obviously we'd put him with Gargano, but I don't know where he is.
He's here somewhere. I got a feeling he ended up mid card as well.
Yeah, more than likely.
Unless he ended up being inconsistent. I doubt it though. I very much doubt it, but yeah. Top dollar.
Definitely won't be move on.
Top dollar, yeah.
AJ Francis. Do you know what? I'd say inconsistent. I wouldn't even say move on for him because his stuff that he's doing in TNA at the moment is actually pretty good.
He's got glimpses, hasn't he? Considering
I've not seen
he's
him
not
much.
isn't he he's not an out and out wrestler, is he? Is he the one that was the American footballer?
I can't remember what he was.
I've got to admit, the only bit I see him was a little clip with him with Joe Hendry, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, but do you know what? I believe in Joe Hendry.
Great. But the stuff that Top Dollar did in WWE before he obviously had that horrible moment where he couldn't jump over the top rope.
Yeah,
That was all right. I
was.
always rated him.
He was the NFL player.
Yeah.
No,
He was all right.
I'm good.
I'll say inconsistent.
I'm good with that. Trent Seven. Right. Trent's fine. He's all right, but he's just
He's
boring.
boring.
Yeah.
He is. Pete
he's a
Dunne's
decent.
got more charisma. to
He's
be
a
fair.
decent wrestler. You could easily put him in inconsistent, but I'm all right putting him in move on. To be
'cause
honest,
he's not even a mid card.
not really. Trevor Murdoch.
Trevor Murdoch, former NWA World Champion recently.
I don't think it's for that reason.
He's mid card, but he's definitely not a superstar.
No, he's
Yeah, but I was just wondering whether he's inconsistent
low
and he could have been even
mid-card.
better actually.
He did really well in WWE because obviously multiple time tag team champions with Lance Cade,
No, yeah, he
and then
probably
Lance
picked.
Cade died because
He
otherwise
probably,
they'd probably come back and run again.
yeah, I suppose he's inconsistent, but that's not even by his fault, I suppose. Bit hard when you have your tag team partner taken away from you.
Yeah.
No, I think he won enough for him to not fall into the category of inconsistent, didn't he?
And then he went on and like I say now he's not long ago, like within the last year or two, that he was NWA World Champion. So
And he's 4-time, something like that as well.
still doing really
He's
well.
done a few runs it, yeah.
Oh,
Straight to
All the
the
way.
top.
All the way.
Here's something controversial.
He nearly put him above.
No. Straight between The Rock and Austin. And that's not because he belongs between The Rock and Austin. Like,
Just
that's
'cause
not because they're in order.
they just need
because
separating.
those three as a triple are the epitome of wrestling. Like, at its best point.
He's
Rock,
just,
Austin, and Triple H, the matches between the three of them,
yeah.
without Triple H, Rock and Austin probably wouldn't have been as good as they were as well. So, yeah, I do agree Triple H is right at the top. It's
Absolutely. Tucker Knight is a move on if you've ever seen one
Yeah.
in my life. Ty Dillinger. Sean Spears.
inconsistent.
Sometimes he looked like he was going to be really good, and
He does some really, really amazing things.
He's got a good mind, from what I gather. He's got a bit of know-how about him for wrestling. He obviously runs his school with Tyler Breeze, who we'll get to in a second. In fact, we'll do him now. So, is Breeze about the same sort of category? What do you think?
I'd say
Oh
it's
no,
fair.
Breeze had a lot of got a fair few
Yeah, Breeze,
championships,
Breeze,
didn't he?
Breeze did better. Breeze did better.
Yeah,
He's
well,
still
yeah.
mid card.
Breeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll stick Breeze in mid card whilst we're on about him. Tyler Bate.
I think Tyler Bates mid card at the minute.
Very low mid card. I honestly, I'd argue he's borderline move on as well.
Yeah.
It's same vein as Trent Seven. Like the only thing he's got going for him is he's very young.
And he
It
could become something really good depending on
The personality
how they
just
use it.
isn't there. I think that's the problem.
But again, that could change. That comes with experience as well. So, and now we're on to the two Tysons. Who's this guy?
Tyson Tunko.
was Christian's old
Yeah.
muscle.
Bodyguard, yeah.
Was great with Christian as well.
Can't lie. Before that's not at the time I was watching. Obviously, what was he?
I'd say he was another mid card.
Yeah, mid card.
All right.
Mid card as well. I'd say I wouldn't even put him low mid card.
I just put him up by Doink or something. There you go. And I want to talk. Yeah, it'd be nice to fish on Tyson Kidd, I think, rather than. Where do we put Tyson Kidd? It's one of them, innit? He can't be move on. He's definitely not move on.
No. I weren't even inconsistent. He
No,
done
what I'm saying,
okay when
what
he
I was going to say
there.
is he can't be inconsistent because he's injured, surely.
Yeah,
right?
but he done okay as part of the tag team when he was available. I would say another mid card.
I think
Yeah, he teamed with DH Smith, had a good
Yeah.
couple of tag team runs. He obviously had the
It
tag
was-
team run with Cesaro.
I think he would have been around a lot longer if he didn't get injured.
I think he'd have been.
I think he'd still be wrestling now.
I think he'd
Yeah.
have a lot of tag team championships, maybe even a singles run at some point.
Probably not, to be
No, I
honest
think
with
he
you,
would
mate.
have done. I think he'd have had a singles title. Look at some of the singles titles people that we've had recently. That it's like the last 5 years. Like how have you snuck that one? How have you snuck that one?
I mean, yeah, but we've also had guys like Dominic Dijak, who's been sat in NXT for that entire time, or came up as part of Retribution and ended up back in NXT. So it's a weird one. It's a
Got
weird
screwed. But
He
that's
did. And we've had Rick Boogs, who got released. Madness.
shouldn't have done. That was comes down to injury. Right.
Oh,
So
we've got an interesting week next week.
Yeah.
Oh, looking at that.
there's a lot of dead. There's a lot of dead man. There's a couple of people that we can only talk about some things. And there is, of course, woo. That's where we'll finish for today. But this is what we've got for next week. And then the following week, we are going to be then sourcing them. Creating our new categories and putting them into the right spots.
Don't forget to tell us in the comments where you think everybody that we rated today should have gone.
Because we're wrong. But again, it's
One
an,
by one. Tell us where
it's
we
an
went wrong.
opinion, and we're trying to voice an opinion between three of us, and we can only put it in one spot. So that take that into account. Yeah, that makes it harder. That does make it harder. But yeah, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.
See ya.
Boys.